Hello, welcome back to the channel. Hello again. Of course, it's a very quick turnaround between the games. I hope you've all recovered from the weekend in what was a pretty terrible defeat for Watford. Yeah, I think I've had my therapy sessions now. I think just about I've gotten over that. And yeah, Tom Cleverley has reigned the changes for today's game. So before kickoff, we'll take a quick look through both teams. And you can see the Watford team there. I think they have the players maybe slightly in the wrong positions, but you kind of get the gist of who's going to be playing and where. So it's Daniel Batman in goal, which I think is quite a controversial take after the weekend. Matty Pollock, Francisco Sierralta and James Morris make up the three centre-backs, with Yasser Larouchi and Festi Ebisele as the two wing-backs. It looks like Musa Sissoko and Edo Kayembe will make up the midfield, with Kwadwo Bar, Geordie Shakfatatse and Tom Ince in the forward positions. Looking at Leeds, they have Meslier in goal, Bogle, Roden, Struik, and Junior Firpo in their back line. Tanaka, Rothwell, Willie Nonto, Aronson, Raman Zani, and then Joel Perot up front for Leeds. Looking at the substitute benches for both sides, you got Dan James, Patrick Bamford, Manuel Solomon, Matthias Joseph, San Byram. I mean, that is a fantastic Leeds bench they have available to them today. Or as Watford, we have Ryan Porteous, Rocco Vata, Ken Sema, Pierre Duomo, Tikvich, Vacuum Bio. Hopefully we won't see him today. Mamadou Doumbia, Jonathan Bond and Ryan Andrews. So those are both starting 11s and benches for today's game. Let me know what you think in the live chat. Let me know what your score predictions will be. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw away from home. Look, I'm fully expecting a defeat, clearly. But yeah, I think a 2-2 draw away from home, I'd be pretty happy with that result. So that is what I am going for. Charlie Waterman says Backman in goal. Really, Charlie? Clearly not a fan of Daniel Backman. Milkman says if we lose tonight with the changed team, it'll be difficult to see who he plays on Saturday. Browns Electrons, come on, you Orns. That's what we like to see. Richard says, Evening James, my birthday today. Happy birthday, Richard. Hope you've had a good day. Hopefully the boys can play better tonight. I do hope so, Richard. And yeah, as VJ says there, like, share, subscribe, and enjoy top content here on the channel. It's no Cody. Hello. How are you? You predict a 2-2 draw. I've gone with a 2-2 draw as well. I think if that happens, I think it would be a pretty good game. So hopefully that is what we see. The players are literally coming out of the tunnel right now. I've just got to literally grab something from behind me. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, right. Here we go. Exciting stuff. Look, I'm fully expecting a Watford defeat today. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll err on the side of optimism, because I think that's always a good way to view anything in life. So yeah, hopefully Watford come out with a positive result. Elland Road looks pretty sold out to me. I mean, from the camera angle I can see, I cannot see an empty seat. So Elland Road will be in full voice, I'm sure. And they've got a massive fan base, Leeds. And I think it was a shame for them last season, clearly, that they didn't make it back up to the top flight. And I think that's fully going to be their target this season under Daniel Farker. Lucas, hello. I don't think I've ever seen you before. Maybe I have. If I have, I do apologise. But welcome to the stream. And yeah, here we go. Nearly ready to go. Players just having a huddle near the halfway line now. And then we will be underway at Elland Road. Watford donning the yellow home strip and the red shorts. And if anyone in the live chat is familiar with Leeds, could you let me know where the Watford fans are situated? Because I've literally got no idea where they'll be in the ground. So yes, if anyone is more familiar than me with Leeds, yeah, let me know where the Watford fans will be in the ground. But yeah, Ivan Meslier, the Leeds goalkeeper, looks like he's potentially leading the team talk today. Matty Pollock being very vocal in the Watford huddle as well. So yeah, you know, good to see some togetherness before the game. Let's just hope it translates to a good on the pitch performance. Some of your relatives support Leeds. Are you from the area? Are you from that area of the country? Right, here we go. The referee is about to get the game underway. Leeds with the kickoff here initially. And yeah, Watford kicking from right to left in this first half. And as I said, donning our lovely yellow home kit with them red shorts that we all very much like. So here we go. The game has kicked off and Leeds have us underway here at Elland Road. Hopefully it's going to be an entertaining game from a Watford perspective, I hope. Fingers crossed. So yeah, we'll see how I go. Come on, Watford. I'm glad Tom Cleverley's made quite a few changes as well. I'm just waiting to see kind of what the formation looks like. At the moment, it seems to me like Kwadwo Bar has taken up the most advanced position. So like we saw against Preston a few weeks back, Kwadwo Bar playing kind of as that number 9, a physical presence up top. That seems to be the way we've set up in this initial minute or so of the game. Matty Pollock there just went with a long throw. Tomdeli Bashiru, by the way, is unavailable today due to a knee injury that he picked up, which is very unfortunate. But yeah, I'm not surprised because yeah, I think we've played Tomdeli Bashiru too much this season. I don't think he's had enough help from his partner in Musa Sissoko. So yeah, in terms of his knee injury, apparently he's had fluid drained from his knee, according to Tom Cleverley. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all because I do think we have overplayed him somewhat this season. Here's Leeds, Joel Perova, lovely header on. Yasser Larouche gets back defensively and helps out. Here's Tom Ince, lays it into Kwadwo Bar. Kwadwo Bar gets taken down. Referee says no foul and Leeds win back the possession. It's come out to this right-hand side. Willie Nonso on the ball. Yeah, Kwadwo Bar definitely taken up the most central position with Georgie, of course, out on this left-hand side and Tom Ince on the right-hand side, almost playing as 2-10s as we've seen previously. So, yeah, not surprised in the way Watford have set up. A very similar system to what we've seen already. And Richard, if you are watching, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you turning today? I always feel quite rude asking people their age, but I'm intrigued. I am intrigued. Here's Nonso on the ball. Nonso, lovely ball into the area. It's well defended by Francisco Sierralta, who's returned from injury today after quite a long absence. Oh, Tom Ince nearly had the chance to play in Georgie Shatfatatse there. He just miskicked the ball and Leeds have now regained possession once again. Here's Bogle into Nonso. Back to Bogle. Joe Roden, quality player. I mean, Leeds just have quality throughout the entirety of their team, although... oh, here come Leeds on the attack. Down his left-hand side. Well trapped back by Larouche. Just outside of the Watford penalty area here. The shot comes in. Oh, that's terrible from Daniel Batman. Does the referee say that's a goal? It's a Leeds goal, and it's a Daniel Batman huge error. It's a huge error by Watford goalkeeper Daniel Batman. Oh my God. What on earth has just happened? I mean, I'm going to have to watch this back on the replay. I'm not going to judge him just from what I've seen at the moment, but I need to watch this back on the replay. It looks like Ramanzani for Leeds who actually scored that. The shot was struck, it looked like, from quite some distance out. Here we go. The replay's happening right now. Let me watch this back. So he's trapped back by, looks like Yasser Larouchi here. Cuts back inside, takes the shot, and that is terrible goalkeeping from Daniel Batman. The shot isn't even, placed into a corner. It's straight at Batman, down the throat, in the middle of the goal, and Batman, kind of scoops it into his own net. I mean, that is abhorrent goalkeeping. That really is abhorrent goalkeeping. And again, I think that shows, fans were calling for Jonathan Bond to retain his place. And, oh, God, Daniel Batman already, he has to take the blame for that. I cannot blame anyone else for that goal. Yeah, let's get the score changed. But, oh, my God, I can't believe it. I mean, that is just really poor goalkeeping from Batman. The game's restarted, by the way. Watford have possession. But yeah, for fans who were already criticising him, oh, here come Leeds on the attack again. Nonto on the ball. No, Nonto gets the shot away, and it nearly was 2-0 to Leeds United within 5 minutes of play. Goodness gracious me, Watford are all over the place at the moment. Yeah, Leeds there, breaking past that Watford midfield, and then they kind of overloaded us in terms of the players running forward. And Daniel Batman, very luckily there, it was not 2-0. But Watford really are getting ripped to shreds at the moment. And I just cannot get over that Batman mistake. I think for him, I think he needs a period of time out of the team because, he's taken a lot of criticism from fans, and rightly so. But at the moment, I don't think he can handle the pressure because we're seeing his. I don't know what to say. Honestly, I'm totally lost for words after that. Here come Leeds again down the right hand side. Oh, it's 2-0! It's 2-0! Oh my God! I can't believe it. It's Aronson, and it's 2-0 to Leeds United. What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? It's already 2-0, 5 minutes played. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I mean, that is just dreadful. And Tom Cleverley, unfortunately, is going to start to feel the pressure if these performances continue. Oh, God, I think Batman could have potentially done better there as well. So the ball comes in from Nonto. Perot attempts to shoot. Batman dives down and saves, and Aronson follows up the rebound with, not even a decent strike. And Watford are already 2 goals down. I cannot believe it. Let's take a look at some of your comments here. Richard says, not the best start. Charlie says exactly what I said about Batman. What's wrong with Bond? Cleverly is really dodgy with his favourite players. Tom, long night for us. Rudy's here. Richard saying we should have kept Ben Hamer. Matt, hi James, what the hell was Batman doing? I mean, your question is the same as mine. I've got no idea what is going on today. Tom Potts says, oh no, why is Batman allowed in the squad? Long night ahead. I mean, you're all saying what I'm thinking, really. Milkman, this is getting silly now. It really is. Tom, go back to bed out in Australia. Don't watch this nonsense, mate. Terrible. Terrible. I mean, I am shocked. I am stunned. I'm completely... I expected us to lose today, don't get me wrong, but I mean, I wasn't quite expecting Watford to start like this. I mean, we've not even played 10 minutes of football. There's an injury at the moment. A Leeds player's just gone down. I think he with a contact injury. But I'm stunned. I'm totally... I mean, Tom Cleverley, if he loses to Blackburn this weekend... Not that I'm saying I want him sacked, but what I'm saying is we know what the Pozzos are like. Questions will be asked clearly. And yeah, the pressure will mount, obviously, if Watford continue in the same way that we have been. Rudy says, I think we might need to make a few changes at half-time. I think we might need to make a few changes now, Rudy, to be honest with you. Connor, hello. Leeds fan here. Been subscribed to you for a good couple of years. Sorry about the start. No, you enjoy the game, Connor. You enjoy the game because, yeah, I've said before I wasn't expecting Watford to win. I just wanted to see us put up a valiant effort. But so far, 10 minutes played, we're 2 goals down. So you know what? I think it'll get to a point where if we start conceding, 3, 4, or 5 goals, I think I'll turn off the game. And I think we can just talk about, what I had for lunch, what I had for dinner, what I'm doing this weekend. We can just change the stream entirely because, this isn't, pretty watching for Watford fans at the moment. Deary me. Terrible. I don't know how else to describe it really. It's just absolutely woeful. Really disappointing stuff. I mean, Daniel Farker there on the touchline. He's not actually smiling on the outside, but I'm sure inside he's delighted with the start he's seen from his team. Tom's turned the game off already. You know what, Tom? Just leave the stream. You can stay here and chat to me, or just go and enjoy your evening, mate. Because yeah, I honestly don't think this is worth watching. I mean, I'm totally, I'm just shocked. I really am shocked. Yeah. Absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. Here we go. So Watford getting the game back underway after that Leeds injury. And already, we can say that Watford will not win this game. We can say Watford will not draw this game. Now, for me, 10 minutes in, it's about damage limitation. So, yeah, let's see what happens. But so far, not good is what I'll say. Musa Sissoko moves the ball out wide to Festi Ebesele. Here's Festi on the ball. Bloody hell. What an awful start. Adventures with Lennon. Batman subbed off. I don't think he'll ever do that personally. But yeah, I mean, it's just terrible. I mean, I can't believe it. I just think, you know what it is? I just think it's a shame. I think it's a real shame that we start the season with such positivity, and for Watford to throw it away like we have done in the past few weeks is disgraceful. I think it's really poor. Right, Tom Ince wins the ball back here. Georgie has loads of space to run into. Here's Georgie, spreads it out wide to Yasser Larouchi. Larouchi with the ball in, and the ball goes out for a Watford throw. I don't know why I'm getting excited particularly, because I highly doubt Watford will even score a consolation goal today. But yeah, Watford on the attack at the moment. If someone has if someone has the time, can you go back and clip up my reaction to the Batman mistake? Because yeah, I think that would make quite a funny clip to post on social media. Yeah, if you have the time, go back, clip it up, and send it to me, because yeah, I'm sure my reaction was quite funny. I think I just had my head in my hands and I was just like, I mean, I think Matt's being serious here. Matt2890 says, get Batman off, bring Bond on. Clearly, Batman isn't as good as he thinks he is. I'll tell you a little secret. Well, it's not a secret really, but I have asked Watford to interview Daniel Batman. So hopefully at some point in the next month or two, I'll be given that opportunity. I mean, we've spoke to quite a few players already so far this season. Ryan Andrews is on my list as well. So yeah, hopefully I do get the chance to speak to Batman, because As much as, you know, we all like joking around, I would love to know genuinely where his mindset is at, because yeah, as much as we critique him, you know, it can't be easy being in that position. So yeah, I'm hoping Watford at some point will grant us access to interview Batman, because I do think it would be a really interesting chat, regardless of what you think about him. Leeds United making an early substitution here. Ramanzani is off and Manor Solomon has come on. So Leeds United making an early change, which was forced through an injury. Sierralta passes the ball back to Bachmann. And yeah, the Leeds fans actually taunting Daniel Bachmann every time he touches the ball, of course, after that error he made. Oh, Musa Sissoko really poor there in kind of recovering.
As I said, I think they'll be certainly amongst that promotion race. From loan from Tottenham, Manor Solomon.
Connor Stanley, it was a bad mistake, but nothing on Meslier's howler at Sunderland a couple of weeks ago. Yes, you know, that is very true. You know, I was watching that game and I just found that I found that hilarious. I mean, I don't quite know what Meslier was doing, but yeah, you know, I mean, the Batman mistake was bad, but yeah, it wasn't quite at the level of Ivan Meslier a few weeks ago. You are correct, Connor. Here's Larouche. Larouche under some pressure here. Musa passes back to James Morris, back to Francisco Sierralta, who goes all the way back to Batman, who's under some pressure from Joel Perreault. Batman sends it straight to a Leeds player, but Watford do win back possession. Kayembe into Larouche. Back to Morris. I'm hoping Watford can just settle down now. You know, 2 early goals. You know, we don't want... Ideally, I don't want to see any more tonight. Larouche with a good pass into Georgie Shakfatatse here. Here's Meslier under pressure from Georgie. Sends it long. James Morris goes up for the header. Pollock does well to control it. Here's Kayembe. Back out to Larouche. Larouche into Kayembe, who's made, you know, a decent run here down the left-hand side. Kayembe goes down and is asking for a foul from the referee. The referee says play on, and Leeds are doing just that. Kayembe seems to be in quite a bit of pain here, and the referee has actually stopped the game to give Kayembe some treatment here. I don't know why the referee didn't stop the game originally, to be honest with you. Yeah, terrible start from Watford. Absolutely woeful. Really is. Norwich and Bristol City are losing 2-0 already as well. That's interesting. And yeah, lots of games tonight. Obviously, it's the Championship, you know, double game week, if you will. And then we got Champions League football tonight as well. So yeah, really busy in terms of football matches. So when there's another break in play, we'll go through the current scores on the doors to see what is going on around the other grounds. And if you are new around here, please do hit subscribe. It really does help us out here on the channel. So yeah, all you got to do is click that button down below. It's totally free. And yeah, as I said, it really does help us out. Here's Leeds again, back into Wilfred Nonso. Oh, dangerous ball into the box. Watford struggled to defend that. Nonto really has been, you know, the danger man down this right-hand side so far. And yeah, the Leeds bench is dangerous as well. We mentioned before we began that. Hold on, here's Perreault. Perreault, can he get a shot away? Oh, he dummies the Watford defence. He does get a shot away, and it's deflected and goes out for what I thought was a corner. But it looks like they've signalled for a goal kick here. I mean, I was sure that come off a Watford player. Yeah, Perreault dummies it, shoots, and yeah, maybe it does come off Perreault just at the last moment there.
Scored 4 goals so far this season. Joel Piroe.
Tom's going for a 5-1 loss. Yeah, I think it's time. I mean, technically, my score prediction is still on. I went for a 2-2 draw. So technically, my prediction can still happen theoretically. The key word being theoretically. But yeah, yeah, Tom's going for a 5-1 loss. Interesting. Let's see.
Just put a bit of pressure on both Sunderland and Burnley, both in action tomorrow.
Come on, Watford.
Challenge comes in, but it's going to roll.
It would be nice to get more than one shot on target today as well. Against Luton, I think our only shot on target was via Tom Deli-Bashiru. So, yeah, I think my aims for today are don't concede any more goals and get more than one shot on target. And please don't substitute on Vacuum Bio. I think those are my 3 points for Tom Cleverley today. Oh, dear. Lucas Clark saying if we lose by 5+ goals, you can see Cleverley going. I mean, that's a bold statement to make. But people will start asking questions at some point. It has to be said. Oh, Kwadwo Bar with a really fantastic run there. Really good work by Kwadwo Bar, getting Watford up the pitch from that Leeds corner. Here's Tom Ince on the ball. Yeah, Kwadwo Bar using his strength, his physicality, his power to evade, 4 or 5 Leeds players within the middle of the park there. Kayembe with the ball out wide to Yasser Larouchi. Here's Georgie. James Morris into Kayembe. Georgie. Back to Kayembe. It's all very tight at the moment. Musa Sissoko out to Matty Pollock. Back into Tom Ince. Watford's really struggling to get past the Leeds defensive structure at the moment. Oh, Tom Ince looking to play through Kwadwo Bar. Here's Nonso into Joel Piroe. Can he get a shot away? And it's well defended by Francisco Sierralta, and the ball falls back to Daniel Bachmann in the end. But Leeds, every time they go forward, looking really, really dangerous today. Yeah, Kwadwo Bar, Connor, has been one of our standout players this season. We signed him all the way back in 2021 and he's only just broken through into the first team now. So, yeah, we're all very excited to see what Bar can do. I just think it's a shame that he's playing in a Watford team that maybe isn't quite up to standard at the moment. Come on, Watford. We've actually, you know what? Since the second goal was conceded, we've actually been a little bit better. I mean, not to say I'm trying to praise them at all, but we have been slightly more proactive since we conceded that second goal, which is just a crazy thing for me to say. Tom says Bio will come on, score an own goal, and miss a sitter. I mean, I would laugh so much, Tom, if that actually happens. Yeah, it's fair to say, I'm not desperate to get Vacuum Bio's autograph. I think it's a fair statement for me to say. Yeah, the replay now just showing that really great run by Kwadwo Bar. I mean, he just evaded so many players, uses his strength to hold on to the ball as well. And then a great pass afterwards too. So Kwadwo Bar, impressing me there with his hold-up play. And genuinely, if Vacuum Bio and Daniel Jefferson don't work up front, I think Kwadwo Bar is our next best option. I don't see why we wouldn't play Bar in that position if he's fit and available. I mean, to me, he screams, like he has all the attributes to kind of play as that 9. So I think Tom Cleverley, as the season progresses, may actually start playing Bar up front more regularly. Yeah, I think that's what we were all expecting, Connor. I think that, I think we had such a good start to the season, winning 6 games from 6, or 7 games from 7, I think it was actually at the start, which ultimately raised our expectations. And now, obviously, we're starting to lose more games than we're winning. Fans are getting quite frustrated. But I think if you offered me, for example, a 10th to, I don't know, 14th place finish, I think I would have probably taken that. So, in all honesty, I'm not too concerned at the moment. I will be if we carry on playing like we are. But yeah, if we have a decent mid-table finish this season, I think I would be quite content.
Playing with that intensity, they'll do it on the training ground every single day.
Come on, Watford. Here's Kayembe. Oh, it's a lovely pass. Here's Yasser Larouchi. Ah, just loses the ball. Takes a heavy touch. He was just driving into the penalty area as well.
Yeah, so much more signs of life going forward.
Yeah, I mean, I have to be explicitly clear that don't get thinking that I think Watford are going to get back into this game at all. I think this game is over already. But yeah, I'll carry on the stream because I'm not one to end these watch-alongs early. I mean, I've been to some dreadful games. I mean, I was at Manchester City 8-0. I've seen Manchester City 6-0 at Vicarage Road. I've seen Liverpool 5-0. I've been to some really shit games. So yeah, losing away 2-0 to Leeds after 20 minutes. It can get much worse. It can get much worse than this. Don't know what the referee's doing here. Looks like he's got a technical issue with some equipment potentially. I don't know what is going on. Yeah, they're just showing goal line technology for that Daniel Batman mistake, and yeah, the ball was clearly way over the line in that instance. It's just terrible. It really was terrible goalkeeping. There's nothing else for me to say. Terrible goalkeeping. He's had a lot of critique. Yeah, there's literally nothing else for me to say regarding Batman at all. Sam Freer, hello. What has changed since the beginning of the season? I think it's I think for me, not much has changed. I don't think anything tactically has changed per se. I think maybe mentality. I think maybe the players' egos got slightly too big after the good start we had potentially. I mean, I don't know. I'm just speculating. But yeah, I just think being a bit naive going into certain games. Tom Cleverley has openly admitted that himself. So yeah, I don't think anything particularly has changed. I just think Watford. Yeah, I think potentially going away from home, we need to change the system because we look so open and exposed. And I think looking further ahead to January, I think the midfield is clearly an area we need to strengthen. Tom Cleverley has said we were looking to bring in another midfielder on deadline day. That subsequently didn't happen. So I think in January, that is an area of the pitch where we need to bring in, an experienced midfielder. Someone maybe like a Jake Livermore who, for a couple of seasons, can, strengthen us defensively and when we're kind of sitting in that defensive structure, because at the moment we just look so exposed every time we lose the ball. I mean, again, Luton was, woeful from a midfield perspective. So yeah, you started me ranting now, but yeah. Those are my current thoughts at the moment. I wouldn't say dominate the last 10 minutes, Connor. But yeah, we've been better. We have been better. I mean, VJ is always confident. Never say die. Go on, VJ. That's what we like to hear. Tom Potts. I think we should give Duomo some minutes. You know what, Tom? I was surprised to not see Duomo start today. And yeah, Rocco Vata as well as a player who I think should have started today as well. So, you know, there's plenty of players who are not playing football who I think should be.
Target as of yet 4 for Leeds, but as Lee has mentioned, not really gifts of goals from Watford, individual errors. Daniel Backman.
Nonto wins the ball back for Leeds. Yasser Larouche tried a back heel towards our own corner flag, lost the ball, and Leeds have regained possession.
By Nonto, who's just drifted into that central position once again. Now Strout stepping forward. Firpo's cross deflected behind. Well worked move by Leeds, and it leads to a corner.
Leeds have just won a corner. Junior Firpo winning the corner for Leeds. The ball coming off Festi Ebesele, who did well defensively. Here we go. I mean, in all honesty, I think this could be 3 or 4-0 at half time. I mean, that's just my gut feeling. I think Leeds, you know, they look dangerous from set pieces. They look dangerous on the counter. They look dangerous in just general build-up play. So, yeah, here's a corner for Leeds. It's not defended that well by Watford. I mean, we do get it away in the end, just about. But, yeah, we didn't make that very pretty. And yeah, actually, after looking longer term for Watford, after today, our actual fixtures are relatively easier. We've got Blackburn, Swansea, Sheffield Wednesday, I believe, in there as well. So, yeah, obviously no championship game is easy, but in terms of level of opposition, it should be slightly on the easier side for Watford. Oh, that's a good save by Batman, getting down well, actually, at his near post. Willie Nonto nearly scoring a third there for Leeds. Some great play inside the penalty area. Really, really dangerous. Dummying the ball several times. Gets the shot away. And then Batman's fair play to him that time. He does get down well at his near post. I don't think Luton should have been easy. I think any derby game, you know, regardless of what the opposition are doing, is going to be difficult. So no, I would disagree with that, Sam. But yeah, I certainly expected more than we saw against Luton. That was the worst, I mean, by far the worst performance of the season. Cyril to send it behind for yet another Leeds corner, and Watford are marking zonally this system, which is something I don't like. I prefer man-to-man marking, and yeah, I do think we do look quite susceptible from set pieces when we mark zonally. Here we go, Leeds with another corner. About 15 minutes or so to go until half-time. Ball's floated towards the back post. And that's a Watford goal kick. VJ 2-0 is a dangerous lead. VJ, you are being way too positive and confident. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, I am probably one of the most optimistic fans out there, but even me, I can say that Watford will not be even getting a point from Leeds today after the start we've made. Jacob Venable's man-to-man marking makes me feel so much more confident. Yes, I agree. I agree. Because in zonal marking, if one or two players don't do their job, then there's so much space for the opposition to run onto the ball and attack it. And I mean, we saw that against Luton with Colton Morris scoring his header completely unmarked at the back post, which I found so frustrating. So, yeah, if it was me, I'd go man-to-man marking. But yeah, ultimately, I'm not the Watford head coach. Here's Tom Ince. Very calm on the ball, Tom Ince. I do actually like him in certain situations, because in a game that's been quite chaotic, when Tom Ince gets the ball, he is quite calm, he's quite chill. So, yeah, I'm liking Tom Ince today so far. I think he's been a positive. Here's Sierralta.
Aronson.
Aronson taking on Sierralta there. Does well to kind of hold him off. Please subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're trying to hit 1,200 subscribers by Christmas time. So yeah, that is the aim. So if you haven't already, please hit subscribe down below. And don't forget to leave a like on the stream too. We should have a match reaction out for you tomorrow from a fan who is at the game right now, which is very exciting. So yeah, tomorrow morning, afternoon, we should have a Leeds match reaction out for you. And then we'll be looking ahead to this weekend against Blackburn, which, if Tom Cleverley fails to win, heaps a huge amount of pressure on his shoulders. But that's quite a way off. Let's finish this Leeds game first. And with 34 minutes into this one at Elland Road so far, Leeds with yet another corner here. Oh! Did that come off the posts? I thought that come off the post. Yeah, I thought that was going in. The commentators are saying they thought that was going to go into the far corner. Oh, the referee has just yellow carded Festi Ebisele. I mean, the Leeds fans were calling for a red card there. We're just going to watch this back on the replay. I mean, at first glance, it didn't look like a particularly good challenge. No, it's not a red card at all. I think a yellow card's probably about right for that challenge, actually. I don't know why they were protesting for a red. No, it wasn't, Connor. No, it wasn't, Connor. That was a yellow card challenge. Tom saying at half-time, bring on Duomo and Vata. Lennon saying, League One tour, here we come. No, we're not, Lennon. No, we're not. I think we'll be fine. Jacob says, Happy Cleverly finally sees Bio is Swindon level. I don't think Bio is even Swindon level. I think Bio is Tesco assistant level. I think Bio should be working in a supermarket. He certainly is not a professional footballer at all. Tom's saying he wants Keenan Davis back. You know what? I really actually liked Keenan Davis. I mean, his goals, his actual ability to score goals wasn't particularly there, but his hold-up play was top class. So I did like Davis for his hold-up ability. There's a Leeds United YouTube channel right now that's got about 1,000 people watching his watch along. Could you imagine 1,000 people watching me moan about Watford? It would just be absolutely hilarious. Yeah, at least Leeds are having a good season because yeah, they were frustrated. Obviously, last year they didn't get promoted, so I do think that they should be up there come the end of the season. Unless they have a ridiculous injury crisis, I don't see any reason Leeds should not be, in them top two positions. Here they come again on the attack. Oh, Larouche does so well to cut out that dangerous attack. And here comes Yasser Larouche himself for Watford. Referee, that's a foul. Thank you very much. Larouche goes down. And is the referee going to give out a yellow card there? He does do so. And yeah, Yasser Larouche doing really well there for Watford, cutting out the Leeds attack and getting us up the pitch towards the halfway line. Michael, higher. Do you think Watford will recruit in the January window? I discussed this earlier. I think we will. And I think we'll probably bring in one player. And that player, should be a midfielder, you would hope. So yeah, that is what I think Watford will do. Should get that big Hungarian striker from the Euros. Yeah, that guy was a bloody machine. I don't know what his name is, but yeah, I certainly remember the guy you're talking about, Lucas. He was absolutely huge. Jacob says, do you think we should recall Rivich in January? I mean, it's the option's there. All I'm saying is the option is there. I'm not going to say any more on Rivich, but the option is certainly there to recall. Sam Freer will cleverly have a second half plan. I don't know. I think he'll probably give them a half-time bollocking, definitely. But in terms of his second half plan, I've got no idea. I'd love to be a fly on the wall in that changing room today because, yeah, we have been woeful. His name is Adam. I don't believe you, Tom. I don't believe you. Adam what? I need to look this guy up. Adam what?
He can have a go from here and he catches it well. Well, we said that hadn't had much to do.
I just missed a Watford chance there, actually. I just heard the commentators shouting Chatforddatse's name. Here we go. Let's watch this back on the replay. So the ball comes into Musa Sissoko. Sissoko lays it into Chatforddatse, edge of the box. And yeah, it's a really good strike from Chak there, actually. Meslier does well to get down. And yeah, Watford win a corner. But yeah, on another day, Chatforddatse potentially could have got a goal back for Watford there. A really decent strike from him.
What it's all about, you're getting good areas, it's testing the goalkeeper. Sometimes from corners you end up getting your rewards.
In comes the corner and an awkward one to deal with for Melia. It's going to be another Watford corner. Leeds haven't conceded.
Don't quite know what happened there. Watford whipped the corner in. Looks like Pollock got a touch on that, but the referee said to retake it.
It's going to be the same kind of ball again. Drop it under the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it was a brilliant ball in from Ince, wasn't it? And I felt that
Ince taking this corner, by the way, so different to our normal take it in Chatforddatse. Oh, the ball was really nicely placed towards the back post, and Watford, I mean, it looked like to me from the camera angle, it looked like Musa Sissoko had got his head on that. But yeah, I think the referee has blown up for some sort of foul in the build-up, so it's gone down as a Leeds goal kick. But Tom Ince, the two deliveries there, actually pretty good from both corners.
that was the first one, wasn't it? It was a bit of a shout. Was there for a penalty or handball? Was there even? That was the one I felt that maybe should have.
Martin Adam. Okay, interesting. I do remember him. I don't know how old he is. I mean, he looked like he was in his 50s. He's 29 years old. Are you joking me? He looks like he's about 60. Bloody hell. I've just looked that guy up. I mean, he looks like an absolute unit. What a guy. Martin Adam. And he's got like a classic English name as well. You wouldn't think he's Hungarian. Oh, that's funny. I mean, that's how bored we are. We're talking about Hungarian strikers, which is, yeah, that is quite funny.
The corner might just come off the shoulder even, but I'll tell you what, anything towards goal, it's 2-1, isn't it? And that's how
Yeah, the cameras just showed Tom Cleverley, he's been visibly frustrated there on the touchline. So yeah, I don't know what Tom's going to say. As I said, I'd love to be a fly on the wall in that dressing room at half time, because, you know, I'm sure after Luton he was probably furious. So to concede 2 goals in about 8 minutes today, it's just silly. You know, it's just really silly. It reminds me of a few weeks back when, you know, for I think it was 4 games in a row, we conceded within the first 5 minutes. It just reminded me of that once again. You guys have pace and physicality all over the pitch. With the right system, could be very dangerous. Should play like Luton did against you. Play to the team's strength. Well, you tell Tom Cleverley that, Connor, because, yeah. For me personally, I don't have an issue with the system. I think there's just some players who have a mentality issue. You know, I don't know. I don't quite know what's going on at the moment. It's just really disappointing.
Watford will be at home against Blackburn. Blackburn going rather well right now, currently 6th in the championship table.
Batman does well actually to find Geordie Shafatatse from his kick there.
Flicks it forward. I think he was initially looking for Ince, but Larouci
Here's Yasser Larouci, who picks up
gets on the
the loose ball. Tom Ince now.
back with Ince again, who's got
Tom Ince, always very calm. I really do like Tom Ince on the ball. He's not the sexiest of footballers, don't get me wrong. But yeah, he's always calm and quite chill on the ball, which is something I do appreciate. Oh, that's poor from Francisco Sierralta. Any progress Watford have just made has been ruined, and here come Leeds.
forward. He's dragged himself out wide here, but he's got Aronson and Piru and Nonto all ahead of him. Rolls it back to Junior Firpo.
Here's Junior Firpo down this left-hand side.
Solomon again, good step over.
Solomon tries to find Firpo. He doesn't do so. And yeah, Watford defending for the final couple of minutes of this first half here.
Now Rothwell.
Rothwell into Firpo.
Solomon had his hand eye once.
Solomon tries to get a shot away. Watford defend well.
Crowded out.
And it's cleared into Kwadwo Bar. Kwadwo Bar doing really well there. He goes to the floor. Referee says no foul. Kwadwo Bar still battling away.
Not just flashing a ball.
And I don't know what has happened here. The referee has stopped the game for a supposed head injury after Kwadwo Bar was up against another Leeds player. I mean, I didn't see anything particularly bad there.
Tussle for the rights to emerge.
Oh, that's just ridiculous. Why has he gone down clutching his head? Nothing even happened.
With the challenge. He's displayed a bit of fight and a bit of character here for Watford this evening. It was that run through the middle, wasn't it?
Lucas, I'd rather see more youth players getting a run around than some of these players. Agreed. Jacob says, when I look at our team, I think it looks decent, but I still think it's not anywhere near Prem level. I think that's quite obvious to everyone, Jacob. Days Fit UK, Das Fit UK, good podcast. You just support the wrong team. Who do you support? Who do you support? Maybe you support the wrong team. Is Sissoko way past it now? He used to be brilliant for Spurs. Yes, Sissoko's past it. He is. I think Sissoko's legs have gone personally, but yeah, that is just my opinion.
United were in town, one of the biggest fixtures of the season, of course, in this part of the world.
I assume you're a Luton fan. I assume you're a Luton fan. Das Fit UK. Yeah, I gathered. Yeah, Connor, I mean, Sissoko is certainly a topic of discussion. A bit like vacuum bio for Watford. I don't quite have the words to describe Moussa Sissoko, but this is meant to be a player who reached the Champions League final a few years ago. He's got hundreds of Premier League appearances. And yeah, at the moment, I mean, let's be honest, he does not look championship level at all, does he? So, yeah, I think Moussa Sissoko probably deserves his own dedicated YouTube video because I don't think I have the time really to speak about him today.
Earlier in the game when the ball was played back to him and he didn't look too happy that he was going to have to hit it away long. Moves from Roden and Rothwell now looks to play back.
Oh, saying that, Sissoko very nearly won the ball back off of Ivan Meslier in the Leeds goal, who took a big risk there. Tom says, is Tom Delhi playing? He is not, Tom. You will be unsurprised to hear that Tom Delhi has picked up a knee injury after Luton. So, yeah, Tom Delhi is out of the squad today. Oh, Nonto nearly scoring a third goal for Leeds just before half-time.
I think lost his way, didn't he? Because he had to turn and try and get himself set up. Wilfried Nonto here, just got him twisted all over the place, and then he forces a big deflection en route to goal. Nonto there.
You know, Nonto, just watching him kind of reminds me of prime Ismaila Sarr. When Ismaila Sarr was unafraid to run at players relentlessly, game in, game out. That's kind of who Nonto reminds me of. But yeah, we very rarely saw that regularly from Ismaila Sarr at Watford. But yeah, in terms of a comparison, that's probably the one I would make.
Just watching that ball bouncing round and literally rooted to the line.
Leeds have got another corner here. I mean, this must be, 6 or 7 corners for Leeds in this first half alone. It's defended well at Watford by Watford at the near post. And yeah, I forgot to say there's 6 minutes of injury time. We've played nearly 3 of them minutes. So we're about halfway through injury time now. I mean, I thought 6 minutes was quite a lot personally. I don't think there was too many long stoppages in that first half, but the referee has deemed that to be the amount of extra time required. Extra suffering for Watford fans, of course.
You do feel that Watford have had some really good spells of play.
I mean, the commentators there just said Watford have had some really good spells of play, which I think is overly complimentary. Personally, we've had a couple of decent, phases in the game, but nothing, extraordinary really. So, yeah, I think the Leeds commentators there are being quite complimentary of Watford. Felipe, hello, just tuned in. We playing badly. First 20 minutes, definitely Felipe. We've got slightly better towards the end of this second half, but not overly. Yeah, if you have the time, Felipe, go on social media and type in Daniel Bachmann Leeds 1-0, and then I'm sure you'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, Daniel Bachmann not covering himself in much glory for the first goal conceded today, Felipe. Tom Ince, Tom Ince has probably been my Watford man of the match so far, I would say, alongside Quadwo Bar. I think they've both been pretty good. So half time, Watford 0, which is to be expected, but unfortunately, Leeds 2. So Leeds United 2, Watford 0 at half time. Get your thoughts in the live chat, of course. I'm going to run off really quickly to have a quick break, and then we'll be back for the second half. But yeah, get your thoughts in the live chat. To summarise my thoughts in the first half, I mean, clearly Daniel Bachmann, it's going to get to a point where he's got to be dropped because he can't continue, playing like he has been. It's just been, I'm not going to swear, but it's been really, really poor from him. Just generally, I think, people say, people's argument with Bachmann is that he's the best shot stopper in the Championship. Well, he certainly did not stop that shot. So that's all I'll say on that. The second goal, I can't even quite remember the second goal. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But yeah, the second goal, from what I remember, yeah, that was poor defensively as well. I think Bachmann got down to save it, and then ultimately they scored in the rebound. But yeah, generally, with the first 15, 20 minutes, I found us to be quite panicked, generally in all phases of play. And then actually Watford come back. We had a couple of decent attacks. Georgie had a decent shot on goal, a couple of opportunities from corners as well. But largely, I've been unimpressed, really, which is what I expected from today's game. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the live chat. I'll be back in literally a couple of minutes, and then we'll look ahead to the second half. Hello, everybody. I've returned. Yeah, oh, it's just frustrating, isn't it, really? But yeah, look, we went into the game expecting defeat. I wasn't quite expecting to be 2-0 down within the first 7 minutes. But yeah, it is what it is what I will say. So, yeah, I'm always the type of guy to just go with the flow. And yeah, I think today we'll just go with the flow. We'll see what happens. Tom Cleverley has selected Batman. It's his choice. He has made it explicitly clear that he is the #1 Watford goalkeeper. So for now, that's the way it's going to be. And we just have to back the guy and hope that he doesn't continue to make these mistakes. But whether it's arrogance, ego, personality, confidence, at the moment, he just isn't performing to the level you want a championship goalkeeper to perform at. So, yeah, it's really frustrating, clearly. And as VJ says, liking really helps the channel grow, as does subscribing as well. So before the second half begins, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and make sure to go and check out some of our other content as well. We've got numerous interviews with various Watford players on the channel. We've got match previews, match reactions, and you can also check us out on social media. We have a Twitter page, we have an Instagram page, we have a Facebook page, and we are of course here on YouTube as well. So we're all over quite literally everything. Tom, if we win this game, will I get the will I get the R9 cut? To be honest, Tom, I mean, I don't think that would suit me personally. I'm not willing to agree to that. I'm not willing to agree to that. If you say Watford get promoted, then maybe. But yeah, not for winning this game. Charlie Waterman, I'm sorry, but if we lose this and then draw or lose on Saturday, I think Tom Cleverley is under more pressure than Edwards. Yeah, I think I can agree with that, actually. I think he's under pressure at the moment anyway, especially after Luton. The talk after Luton from Cleverley was that we'll see a response today, and the response today has been conceding 2 goals within 10 minutes. So Tom Cleverley, as much as I really like him, he does a lot of talking in the media, but not a lot of performing on the pitch. So ultimately, you know, let's say you're back at school, you know, you're bigging yourself up to a guy, you're like, come fight me outside after school. If you don't actually show up, you know, you haven't got a lot of bottle, right? And before Luton, Tom Cleverley was like, he wants to inflict pain, he wants to beat Luton, you know, we're right up for the game, the players know what it means. And then we go to Luton and then we just bottle it there as well. So, yeah, as much as I love Tom, I think he needs to manage his media talk somewhat as from a PR perspective, because yeah, as much as I love his passion, I think sometimes it comes to backfire on him is what I would say on that. Right, the second half will be resuming in a few minutes' time. Of course, we had quite a prolonged period of extra time for some strange reason. I didn't think there was particularly long stoppages, but the referee decided to add on a lot of injuries. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just bring up these statistics for us to look at whilst we're waiting for the second half to resume. What I will say is, guys, we're such a big club that we have a Luton fan tuning in to watch me waffle a load of nonsense on a Tuesday night. So DasFits UK says, if you win this match, you'll drink from the River Thames. Tom will be sat before Christmas. Just to say, DasFits UK, we are still above you in the table. So as much as you're waffling a load of nonsense, we are still technically above you in the championship table. So yeah, maybe not for much longer, but I'll take it while I still can. Yeah, I mean, Watford's social media pre-Derby day, Lucas, was certainly interesting. The strategy they decided to go down, mocking, the appearance of the stadium and the town, etc., which was funny at the time. But again, like I said about Cleverly, if you're going to do stuff like that and you don't win the game, it's going to backfire. And for Watford to say taking in the sights when showing, a Luton bin and some litter on the floor to then lose the game 3-0 is a bit silly, isn't it? But everything's worse in hindsight, isn't it, really? But yeah, it was funny, wasn't it? I mean, you do have to give the social media team credit at times because they do put out some quite funny content. Sam Freer, will changing the manager be an improvement? I'm not suggesting we change Tom Cleverley at all. That's other people suggesting that. We've changed the manager about 14 times in the past 5 years. So to say changing the manager will be an improvement is delusional for me. So no, stick with Tom until the end of the season and then assess. But for me, as long as Watford survive this season, I would keep Tom and then just keep building and do a 3 or 4 year long project with him to ultimately, hopefully, get back to the Premier League. Mark Brisbane, I'm trying to find the words. So am I, Mark. It's not been good. It's not been good, has it? We've been actually after the second goal. We've been okay. But yeah, I can't get over that opening 10 minutes. It was absolutely horrendous. Right, the camera and the Sky Sports cameras have just gone back to the stadium, which should mean the players are about to re-emerge. They're just showing quite an overweight Leeds fan at the moment. I'm sure he doesn't appreciate being on camera. Oh dear. I do like people watching, actually. Sometimes when Sky Sports has pan around the stadium and they zoom in on people's faces, I do like people watching. They're just showing the Watford fans at the moment who look to be in a dark corner of Elland Road, and it's safe to say we certainly have not sold out the away end, and the Watford fans looking pretty miserable. And in the comments, let's just put a round of applause, do a clapping emoji for the Watford fans that have travelled up to Leeds today, because I certainly would not do that, on a Tuesday night, and it costs a lot of money. So for them to go and watch this nonsense, I think deserves a round of applause from everybody. So make sure to leave a round of applause for the away fans in the live chat. Mark Brisbane, what has Bond done wrong to warrant Batman coming back with an injury? You said it. You said it, Mark. So yeah, you're saying what the majority of fans are thinking at the moment. It's not a good look, is it? It's not a good look on Batman's part for wanting to play with an injury, and it's not a good look from Tom Cleverley for wanting to select him as well. Should we take a quick look at what Watford's next away game is? Because that will be the next watch along on the channel. So we've got Blackburn on Saturday, which I'll obviously be attending because I'm a season ticket holder. Make sure to say hello to me in the stadium if you see me. I'm not that scary, I can promise you. So we've got Blackburn at 12:30 on Saturday. I will be there. And then we've got Sheffield Wednesday on Saturday, the 2nd of November away. So that'll be our next watch along here on the channel, the 2nd of November at 3 p.m. The game has just restarted, by the way, as well. So Leeds 2, Watford 0 at Elland Road, and the game has restarted. From what I saw, there were no substitutions, unless I've missed it when I was looking at the chat. But yeah, as far as I'm aware, there have been no substitutions by Watford thus far. And as I said, I did predict originally a 2-2 draw. So to be fair, it's not out of the realms of possibility that Watford draw this game. It can theoretically happen. It probably won't, clearly, but it may do. It may do. Oh, dear. Come on, Watford. That's what we like to hear. Ellis says going swimmingly. No. No, it's not, Ellis. It's not going swimmingly at all. Dylan Francis says, come on, Bar. He was good first half, Quadwo Bar. I really enjoyed him. And Watford have scored. Quadwo Bar has scored a goal for Watford. Get in. Come on. And it's 2-1 just as the second half resumes. Quadwo Bar getting a goal for Watford. And that is what his first half performance deserved. Musa Sissoko was on the ball and Quadwo Bar down this right-hand side, using his strength, using his pace, driving into the box. The ball comes back to Bar after a save from Meslier, and he fires into the back of the net. And Watford have got a goal back. There we go. I mean, I know I was joking when I said we could get back into this game. But yeah, Watford have got a goal back here through Quadwo Bar. And a really good finish by him as well. Really impressive stuff. So, yes, get in. Come on. So, Leeds 2. Let's get that score changed. Watford 1. And here we go. Watford again. Georgie on the ball here. Lots of space for Tom Ince towards the back post. And Georgie couldn't quite find him. But yeah, the start of the second half, Watford have come out of the blocks firing here. Kayembe with the shot. It goes out for a Watford corner. Up the bar, says Lucas. Yes, Lucas, that's what we like to hear. Richard's happy. There you go, Richard. You've had a birthday goal. You've had a birthday goal. Right, here's Watford with the corner. It's taken. Meslier punches away. Here's Yasser Larouchi using his pace. Oh, that's a terrible shot from Yasser Larouchi. That is awful. Yes, I saw earlier, Richard. You're 45. You're 45. Not quite midlife in my eyes. Have you done anything exciting, Richard? Have you had a cake? Have you gone out for a nice evening meal? Have you done anything? Have you done anything particularly exciting for your birthday, or has it been quite a quiet one? You just thought, no, I'll just sit in, watch the Watford game, have a beer, have a chillax. Here's Georgie. Kayembe. Pollock. Oh, Tom Ince nearly had the chance to get a shot away in the penalty area. Here's Sissoko. Watford being really dominant in this second half. Yeah, we've been the best team by far in this second half. Kayembe sending a long ball out wide to Yasser Larouchi, who takes a fantastic touch. And Yasser Larouchi driving at his man. Goes into the penalty area, shoots, and it goes over the crossbar. And Leeds United look absolutely rattled at the moment. Tom Cleverley is applauding his players on the sideline. He's really happy with the reaction he's seen so far. And for me, it's just a shame we didn't see this, of course, in the first half. And Watford, it seems like every game at the moment we have to come down from a goal behind to win, and it's becoming really frustrating. But yeah, 5 minutes into this second half, so far so good from a Watford perspective. Sam says, looks like Tom Cleverley had a second half plan. I don't think he's really changed anything personally. I just think he's probably shouted at the players at half time and has told them he's got to do better. Felipe says the Crow is going to win this for us, obviously referencing everyone's favourite player, Vacuum Bio. Lucas says, I want a double substitution, a double striker of Chak and Bar in the future. That would be interesting to watch, Lucas. But yeah, an exciting start to the second half. Richard says, went to a cafe earlier, having a bit of lunch and having a beer, cheering on the Hornets. That is what we like to hear, Richard. Matt says, whatever Cleverly said in the break has put a rocket up the players. Why wasn't we like this in the first half? I've got no idea, Matt, whatsoever. I'm really agreeing with what we've all been saying there. Definitely a better performance in the second half so far. We just need that equalising goal. If Watford can get an equaliser within the next 10-15 minutes, then it's game on, isn't it? But at the moment, I'm still backing Leeds to win this game, unfortunately. Oh, here come Watford. Here's Yasser Larouchi out wide to Georgie Shakfatatse. Here's Georgie. Does quite well. Oh, the referees have to pull it back here. Watford were in possession, but the referees pulled it back for a Leeds. Well, he says a head injury. It didn't particularly look like a head injury for me, but he has to do that as a referee. Yeah, see, I've just been looking at the reaction to Daniel Batman on social media, and it's fair to say it's not particularly positive. But yeah, a lot of people happy with Barr and the start to the second half. So, yeah, I mean, Quadwo Barr can do no wrong for Watford at the moment. He's a quality player, really impressive, and I think he'll only go on to get better and better. Of course, in that new 5-year contract as well, which I think we're all very, very happy about. And yeah, I think that's shown further that Quadwo Barr, could play as a number 9 for Watford. And I think it's interesting that Daniel Jefferson isn't even in the squad tonight. Tom Cleverley hasn't said he picked up an injury, so yeah, I don't know what's going on with Daniel Jefferson. It could be a discipline issue. He maybe could have an injury. Maybe because of the lack of game time, he's been recalled by Bournemouth. I mean, I'm just speculating. But those are all potential scenarios that may have happened with Daniel Jefferson. But pre-match, Tom Cleverley didn't comment on Jefferson's absence. So we'll have to wait and see how that develops. And of course, I'll update you all on social media when we know about that. Here's Georgie. Georgie spreads it out wide to Quadwo Barr. Oh, Quadwo Barr looks to get past his man. He goes down. It looks like Quadwo Barr had his shirt pulled. He went down to the ground. The referee said no foul. Quadwo Barr then goes in for another challenge. And then the referee says that is a foul. So, yeah, the Watford players not happy with some of the decisions being made by the referee here. A lot of decisions seem to be going in Leeds' favour. Lucas says, every time I say Yasser, you get flashbacks. I assume you're talking about our Colombian or our former Colombian, Yasser Asprilla. Yeah. Sometimes I just abbreviate players rather than saying their full names. Like saying Georgie Shakfatatse every time is a bit of a mouthful. So it's just saying Georgie or Yasser or Matty. is easier for me. But yeah, in terms of the Watford way over the past week or so, yeah, we've had so many views on the channel. I mean, the Luton watch along has got nearly 3,500 views. Our match reactions got about 2,000 views. We've had quite a lot of opposition fans tuning into our videos lately, which is always quite fun. So yeah, once again, thank you for the support. And also, if you are new around here, please do hit that subscribe button down below. It really does help us out. And also leaving a like on the stream as well just lets YouTube know that you are enjoying what you're watching today. Although I'm not quite enjoying losing the game, but yeah, that is another story. Here's Meslier for Leeds. I think Meslier is still really young. He must only be 21 or 22 years old. I think he... yeah, he emerged onto the scene, you know, quite a few years ago as, you know, 17, 18-year-old goalkeeper. Oh, Quadway Bar is so good. Oh, I just love seeing Bar play. It's so strong. Really impressive to watch. He just holds off 2 or 3 players at a time. It's so impressive. Here's James Morris for Watford. Plays it back to Daniel Backman. In terms of the game state, if you're not watching, we're approaching the 60th minute mark, which means there's just 1/3 of the game left to play. Here's Festi Ebasele down his right-hand side. Festi Ebasele gets past his man. Referee, surely that's a foul. Thank you very much. That's ridiculous. And the referee quite rightly there, I think that was Junior Firpo, who was given a yellow card to. It certainly is. And yeah, that's a silly foul, really. Junior Firpo just pulling down Festi Ebasele there. And Watford win a free kick just outside the penalty area, down towards the corner flag, in quite a dangerous area. Lucas says, have Leeds had any big chances in the second half? Not that I can think of, Lucas, at all, no. Watford have been pretty good, both defensively and offensively, actually. We just need that equaliser, and then we can hopefully push on for a winner. But yeah, let's get that equalising goal first. That's the most important thing. So here's Tom Ince standing over the set-piece opportunity for Watford. Come on. Let's get a goal. I'm feeling a goal right now. I called it. Here we go. So Tom Ince. Oh, Meslier has to get something on that, and he gets it away. And I think that's gone out for another Watford corner. A dangerous delivery there once again from Tom Ince. Has been pretty good from set-piece opportunities so far today. The ball just finding its way through quite a few bodies. Meslier at his near post had to get something on that. So yeah, very nearly a goal for Watford. Watford now have a corner here. Tom Ince taking it once again. We're approaching 60 minutes here at Elland Road. Delivery comes in. Meslier, I think, gets on it once again. And Watford do well to win the ball back, and this is going to be passed back to Batman, you would assume. No, they've gone the other direction instead. But yeah, really positive 15 minutes from Watford in this second half. Sam says pressing the Leeds defence into making mistakes. Absolutely. Tom with a score update. Dortmund beating Madrid 2-0. That is a big result in the Champions League. Lucas says, what do you think about the Luton new stadium plans? I think it is a quality stadium. I think it's good. You know, it's good for them. It's good for the town. You know, I'm not going to sit here and be a salty fan. Oh my God! Leeds have just hit the post. That was very nearly 3-0. A shot from distance. Batman was nowhere near it. And let's just watch this back in the replay here. I think it was Joel Perreault with the shot. Wow. I mean, it was a kind of a cross-come shot. And yeah, Joel Perreault with the follow-up, which he probably should have scored, actually. But yeah, a cross and shot kind of as a combination there. Comes off the post. And Watford about to make a substitution. And it's not an attacking substitution. It's a defensive one. Ryan Porteous is set to come on. Let's see who is replacing. He's replacing Francisco Sierralta here, which is understandable, of course. Francisco Sierralta coming back from a recent injury. But yeah, going back to Lucas's point, why I have a chance. Yeah, their stadium, you know, the plans look great, really impressive, and fair play to them. You know, Watford had the chance to do that. You know, a few years ago, there was a proposal to move stadiums that ultimately didn't go through. But I'm sure in the future, if Watford are successful again and we spend, you know, a few years in the Premier League, I'm sure expanding Vicarage Road or going to a new stadium would be an option once again, potentially. From my understanding, I think what the club wants to do is not move grounds now, but I think they want to add another tier on to the Elton John stand. So you'll have the Graham Taylor stand, which is 2 tiers currently, and then you have the Elton John stand as well, which would also be made into 2 tiers. So as far as I understand from what I've heard, long term, that is the ultimate aim, to increase Watford to about 30,000 capacity. But yeah, we need to be more successful to warrant attendances like that in the future. Yeah, Cladwell Bar there doing some great work, using his strength once again. Matt says the way Bar played reminds him of how Deeney used to play and how he held up the ball. I think that's a good comparison. At least the goal has made the game interesting, because I was starting to lose my concentration towards the end of that first half. So for Watford to get that goal was certainly, yeah, it's made it interesting to watch. Festi Episele has gone down here with, I don't know quite what's wrong with him. It looks like maybe a muscular injury, perhaps. And yeah, it looks like Watford are going to make a change here. Festi Episele is being treated by the Watford physios at the moment. And yeah, Ryan Andrews is stripped and ready to go on the touchline. And a bit concerning for Festi, actually, because he went down off the ball. So I'm just watching that in the replay. Sky have just showed us. Festi, it wasn't an on-the-ball challenge at all. He actually just sat down off the ball, which is always very concerning, because a lot of ACL injuries happen where players just feel something, they go down off the ball, and then they end up being out for several months. But to me, he looks okay. He's walking off the pitch. I think Festi's actually saying to Cleverly he's fine. Yeah, I don't think he wants to come off at all. I think he's having a little bit of a moan here to Cleverly. But yeah, I think Watford are still going to make the change with Ryan Andrews coming on. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if Festi's going off or Ryan's coming on. It's not very clear at the moment.
Okay to come on. It looked as if they'd already decided on that change. Episele, though, not having any of it, and
Pete says, who's been the better team? Watford certainly have been the second half, but in terms of the first half, Leeds dominated that throughout, in my opinion.
Is it going to run? Is it going to run? It does.
Yeah, Festi Abasele, I think, said to Tom Cleverley he wanted to stay on. So it looks like, to me, Tom Cleverley isn't now going to make that change. So after Festi has spoke to Cleverley, Cleverley's backed down and said, actually, we will not make the substitution, which is interesting. So Ryan Andrews not now coming on for Watford.
Onto the field then for Watford, who return to their full complement. Header really well won there as well by Ebersole.
Here's Quadwo Bar.
Like he's got any problems at all.
He's being marked by 2 or 3 players now, Bar, which is a little bit annoying.
Into Solomon.
Oh, Watford pressing really well here, and that is a foul. I think that was Tom Ince there fouling the Leeds player.
Now in the second half, and it is a game that Watford themselves back into that goal by Quadro Bar.
Tom says Norwich 2, Preston 2. Interesting. Should we take a quick look at the other scores? I don't want to miss anything in this game, so I'll be as quick as I can. Championship. Leeds 2-1. Norwich 2-2. Bristol 2-2. Derby 1-1. Swansea 0-0. And QPR and Portsmouth both losing as well in the Championship. Let's take a look at the Champions League scores as well. Arsenal 1-0 at home to Shakhtar. Sporting 2-0. PSG losing 1-0. Girona, obviously Espri's new team, winning 1-0 as well. And yeah, Juventus, Stuttgart 0-0. So a lot of Champions League games going on as well. Here come Leeds. Solomon down the left-hand side. Aronson now picked up the ball. Yeah, the commentators have been really complimentary of Watford actually for a lot of this game, which is always nice to hear. Score prediction. I'm not going to change my prediction, Pete. I went for 2-2 before the game. So yeah, I'll stick with my prediction of 2-2. And yeah, you're saying you went with 2-2 as well. Here's Georgie, quite deep at the moment. Festi on the ball. Passes back to Ryan Porteous, who's come on the pitch in place of Francisco Sierralta. Just 20 minutes or so now for Watford to get an equalising goal, which is certainly doable. We've done it before this season against Millwall. We've come back, against Borough and Sunderland as well. So we certainly can come back when we are a goal down. But it's just going to be a lot harder today away at Elland Road with all their home fans behind them, of course. Ryan Porteous using his pace to get back over Joel Perreault, and Batman is probably going to have to send this long. He does so. Here's Perreault. Oh, unlucky. Lucas says, do you think we'll get any Arsenal young players on loan in January due to the proximity of the training ground? I mean, I don't know any inside information on anything like that, but I do think it's strange we don't utilise that relationship more. Yeah, I am quite surprised we don't see, young Arsenal talents coming into Watford, because logically it makes sense, but yeah, we've never really seen it. So hopefully it's something the club can look at, but yeah, it's interesting we kind of don't go down that road. I think Festi Abasele has gone down again here off the ball, so Watford will have to make a change. I don't know why Festi continued playing if he did have some sort of injury, but the Watford physios have come back on the pitch here. And I think we probably will see that change now with Ryan Andrews coming on in place of him. And yeah, as I said earlier, our next watch along will be on Saturday, the 2nd of November. So a few weeks away. And that will be for Sheffield Wednesday versus Watford at 3 p.m. UK time. So you can join me here for that. And yeah, after that, we're kind of in the run up to the Christmas period, which is always very, very exciting. I always try and do some sort of special video here for Christmas. So maybe a Watford quiz. We'll have to see what I've got up my sleeves. But yeah, I always enjoy the football festive period. It's a lot of fun, a lot of games, and a lot of injuries sometimes as well. Here's Ryan Andrews coming on the pitch for Watford in place of Festi Ebisele. And it looks like Ken Sema is coming on for Yassir Larouchi. So 2 wing-back substitutions, Festi Ebisele off, Andrews on, and Sema on, Yassir Larouchi off. And Leeds using their squad depth now. Willie Nonto coming off and Daniel James coming on the pitch for them. Yeah, Nonto's caused Watford a lot of issues today with his pace and dribbling ability. And Dan James, you know, is a quality player. At Manchester United, he was good as well. And I'm sure he'll do the same to Watford for the last moments of this game. I think that's Joel Perreault coming off and Matteo Joseph coming on. So 2 attacking substitutions for Leeds. They clearly want to put the game out of doubt now. Tom Potts saying bring on Vata. I'd love to see that too, Tom. I don't know why he doesn't do that. But yeah, I think Vata's been underutilized massively this season. So yeah, I'd love to see a bit of Rocco Vata. Absolutely. Leeds have a corner. Matty Pollock putting the ball behind. Come on, Watford, defend this. Here we go. Corner's whipped in. Headed away by Watford. That's what we like to see. And the referee has blown up for, I think, an offside or a foul in the build-up to that corner. The Hornets house. Hello, Callum. How are you doing? He says, I'm happy to pay for an Uber to drive Daniel Bachmann away from Elland Road and back to London Colney. That would be a very expensive Uber from Leeds. So I assume you are very, very rich. But yeah, I've said enough about Bachmann today. I think it's unfair for me to criticise him too much more than I have. He's made a couple of decent saves as well. But yeah, you know, there's no denying massive mistake for that first goal. Really poor, high profile error. And he'll know that as well. Tom Cleverley will know that. So yeah, I'll leave any more critique to other people because I think I've dealt out enough today. Possession stats quite equal actually. 54% possession to Leeds, 46 to Watford, which is actually closer than I thought. Watford just giving away, Ryan Andrews, they're giving away a silly foul. You know, we need to kind of get a bit of momentum back on our side now, and Leeds will, you know, will probably start to time waste at some point soon as well. So Watford need to, you know, switch our heads on, don't give away silly fouls, free kicks, get the ball back and try and get that equaliser. Oh, Porteous went lunging in, and Bachmann does well to claim that with his hands. Come on, Watford. 15 minutes left to go. Don't know what the referee's waffling about here. He's telling Daniel Bachmann to move the ball back when he's taking his free kick here. Just by a matter of a couple of inches. Georgie there with a poor pass, giving the ball straight back to the opposition. Real Madrid now 2-2. Wow, that will be a good game to watch back. Did Mbappe score? Here come Leeds. Dan James. Oh, dangerous ball in behind. Oh, very nearly went into the back of the Watford net. I think that was Matteo Joseph with the opportunity. But yeah, very close there from Leeds. I think it was a cross that was deflected off. I think it was maybe Sema it was deflected from. And yeah, a matter of inches away from the back of the Watford net. Come on, Watford. Here's Sema. We've got fresh legs on in the wing-back positions, so I want us to kind of utilise them as much as possible. Here's Georgie. Into Musa Sissoko. Kayembe. Out wide to Tom Ince here. Can Tom Ince progress Watford up the pitch? Come on. Porteous. Into Matty Pollock. James Morris. We're not going to score a goal, guys, by playing around the back. Come on. Back to Matty Pollock. Porteous. Back to Pollock again. We're not going to, guys, we're not going to score a goal by just playing it between the centre-backs. We have to go up the pitch. Ah, yeah. Quadro Bar trying to beat the offside trap there. He thinks he has done. And then the linesman puts his flag up. Rudiger and Vinicius Jr. with the goals for Real Madrid. Apparently, Vinicius Jr. Is set to win the Ballon d'Or, which I don't think is fair. I think Rodri for Manchester City probably should have won the Ballon d'Or, but that is just my humble opinion. Let me know if you agree with that in the live chat. But yeah, I think the award always goes to the attacking player, and I think for once we should recognise a defensive-minded player, which I think is right, really.
Very much hope the dreadful start to the game tonight isn't going to be what cost them here, but they have to find another goal to come away from Elland Road with something. Beautifully clipped on to find.
Come on, Watford. We're under the cosh a little bit at the moment. Oh, I'm getting sweaty. A lovely back heel there. And Batman, very easy, comfortable save for him. Oh, that's poor from Daniel Batman. Again, just kicking it straight back to Leeds. Here's Daniel James. Oh, the ball's headed just over. And that all come from, again, another poor Daniel Batman kick. And that's Matteo Joseph there with the attempted header, who's got a very interesting hairstyle as well. But yeah, Dan James has certainly injected some more pace and athleticism, big word, into the game. Probably should do better with the header there, actually, Matteo Joseph. He didn't really have anyone around him at all. We're approaching 10 minutes left of this game, and my hopes are slowly, unfortunately, dwindling. Watford keep giving away cheap fouls. Tom Ince again there, just giving away, a silly foul in Leeds' half, which is just frustrating because you want to build some momentum. But look, there's still a chance we may get an equaliser. We can just have our fingers crossed and hope the boys can pull it out of the bag. And can you imagine what getting an equaliser against a team like Leeds would do? I think it would give Watford a big lift ahead of Blackburn this weekend. So I do think it's important we keep going and to try and get that second goal today. But yeah, just under 10 minutes left to go. Plus, of course, whatever injury time they add on here as well. Oh, shot flashes just to the right-hand side of Daniel Batman's goal. I mean, I've said it many times, Tom. Of course, he does need to sort out his distribution. I mean, against Luton, that was the worst part of his game. I mean, he literally could not kick at all. It was so strange. It really was. Come on, Watford. One more. I just want one more chance. One more big chance. And I'd be content with the performance. I mean, I don't like losing football matches, but I suspected we would lose this anyway. So I think the second half, you know, really impressed actually. It's just a shame the first half wasn't up to them levels. But yeah, I think the players can be proud of their second half performance. And technically, at the moment, we're winning the second half 1-0 as Leeds haven't scored. So I'll take that. I'll take that as a win. Yeah, Watford getting overloaded in midfield at the moment. I think there's been a clear tactical change by Daniel Farke. What a chance that was. Blimey, Matteo Joseph has had a few chances already since he's come on. He heads it straight down into Daniel Batman's arms. I mean, it was a wonderful ball from Daniel James. What a pass. And yeah, Matteo Joseph just fluffing the chance once again. Very strange. Charlotte says distribution has never been Bachmann's strong point. You are certainly right. Charlotte says keep the faith. I feared the worst when we went 2-0 down straight from the start. I did as well. And to be fair, Charlotte, we're back in the game. We're back in the game. So yes, I am keeping the faith. Don't you worry. I am keeping the faith. Tom saying Batman can make it up with a last-minute thunder header into the Leeds goal. That would be quite funny, Tom. But yeah, not long left to go. Batman just talking with Matteo Joseph here, maybe about his missed chances. But yeah, time's running out for Watford. It looks like Watford are about to make 2 substitutions here. Here we go. This is exciting. So Rocco Vata looks to be coming on. And I think that may be... Is that Doumbia or Pierre Drome? I can't quite make it out on my feed. But certainly Rocco Vata is set to come on for Watford. I do find it a little bit frustrating that Cleverley brings these players on with 5 minutes to go. You know, Rocco Vata should have been on 15 minutes ago, for example, because as a professional player, and for you guys as well, if you guys have played any sort of football, it's really hard to have an impact in such a short period of time. So, yeah, Rocco Vata and Mamadou Doumbia are the 2 players to come on. Obviously, Doumbia, a young striker, and then Rocco Vata, an under-21 Irish international. He's very highly rated by everyone he comes into contact with, really. But yeah, Edu Kayembe looks to have picked up an injury, so he's coming off. Hopefully it's not too serious because we're lacking numbers in that midfield area. And yeah, Rocco Vata and Mamadou Doumbia coming on for Watford for the last 5 minutes. So it looks like it's going to be attack, attack, attack. Bio isn't coming on, Tom. Yes. Celebrate good times. Come on. Yeah, no vacuum bio today, everyone. Brilliant. But yeah, Tom Cleverley being told to wait before he can make them subs. So yeah, we may have to wait another minute or so before we see Doumbia and Rocco Vata come on. And here we go. The referee, I think, is allowing the substitutions to be made now. Yeah, less than 5 minutes to go. Come on, Watford. You know what? The players have shown a bit of fight, actually, in this second half, which is really pleasing to see. The substitutions still have not been made, by the way. The fourth official told us to wait. So yeah, the subs still have yet to come on. So it'll be less than 5 minutes for both Doumbia and Vata to make an impact. Yeah, the ball's gone out for a goal kick, which should mean now, finally, the subs can come on and the referee signals over to the bench. Doumbia is on for Kwadwo Bar, who got Watford's goal today, and a fantastic performance from Kwadwo Bar. He deserves a big round of applause from me. The Watford fans giving Bar a good round of applause as well, which is nice to see. Doumbia comes on for him. And Rocco Vata, I couldn't actually see who he's come on for. I think it might be Musa Sissoko. That's interesting. So Musa Sissoko has come off and Rocco Vata has come on. And that'll be all of Watford's subs for today, I suspect. So yeah, it's very much going to be, let's try and grab that goal for the last couple of minutes. Let's see if Watford can do it. I think we'll be really susceptible on the counter, though. That's going to be the one problem. Oh, Sema does really well to get back and intercept the ball. Here's Sema driving forward as he does so with his strength, with his power. Still Ken Sema. Go on, Ken. Down the touchline. He's still got it. Go on, Ken. Keep going. Oh, he's still going. Oh, that's an awful ball by Sema. But Watford still have possession. Here's Tom Ince. Great work by Sema down the left. The ball's back with him now. Oh, I think the referee said there was an offside somewhere in there. Oh, that's a shame. Not a lot of time left to go. About 3 minutes of normal time. Lucas is going for a Batman bicycle kick for 2-2. Come on. I'd love that. The Hornets house. Do you reckon Tom would let me have a chance between the sticks? I don't see any reason why he wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, Batman has been woeful, but yeah, let's just stay with the positive energy for the last moment of this game. Let's stay positive, guys. Come on. None of the negativity in chat. Fingers crossed. Come on. I'm hoping, I mean, we had 6 minutes of injury time in the first half, so I'm hoping we may have 6, 7 or 8 minutes in this second half as well, which would be quite nice. Yeah, still 2-1 to Leeds at the moment. They do have the ball. Watford win it back. Referee says there was a foul. I did not see that, but sure. Oh, come on. We just need one more like to hit 30 likes on the stream. So if you are one of these people who for some reason hasn't liked the live stream today, make sure to hit that button down below. It'd be very much appreciated. Oh, here's Daniel James. Can he get a shot away? He does so. Good save by Daniel Batman. Good save by Batman. Goes out for a Leeds corner. Come on. Come on, Watford. Fingers are crossed. Leeds do have a corner currently, though, so that's not great. Yeah, it's going to be all about how much added time Watford get. And that's a terrible shot. I don't know who that was for Leeds, but it was awful. Solomon there with a shot. Goes out for another Leeds corner. Deflected off a Watford player. We're about to find out how much added time we'll get to score our equalising goal. Here we go. What's the fourth official said? Go on, Sky. Tell us how much added time there is. They've not said yet. 8 minutes. We've got 8 minutes. Here we go. 8 minutes of added time. That is what we like to hear. That is enough time. That is enough time. But Leeds do have a corner, so let's not concede here first. Okay, Watford defend well. Come on, let's push out. Push out. Go on, Georgie. Right, the ball's back with Batman. Here we go. Watford have 8 minutes to get an equalising goal. Can we do it? That is the question. I don't think we will secretly, but I do hope so. Matty Pollock into James Morris. Morris does a crossfield pass, attempting to find Ryan Andrews on this right-hand side, who hasn't done a lot for me since he come on, Ryan Andrews. I'll be totally honest, and I'm a big Andrews fan as well. I thought he was really poor against Luton, actually, too. Here's Tom Ince. Passes into Doumbia. Out wide to Ryan Andrews here. Andrews. Pollock. Kayembe. Oh, Kayembe should do better. He loses the ball really easily. Ivan Meslier with a strange long kick. Referee says that's a foul to Watford after, I think that was Manuel Solomon fouled Matty Pollock there. Here's Rocco Vata. Andrews. Vata into Andrews down this right-hand side. Can Andrews hold on to it? That's a foul, linesman, surely. Bloody hell. What? What is the linesman talking about? Should have been a Watford free kick. Andrews gets dragged to the floor. What on earth is the linesman doing? So Andrews gets dragged to the floor, no foul. Andrews gets up, touches the Leeds player ever so slightly, and that's apparently a foul. I mean, that is just ridiculous officiating, really. Austin's going for a last-minute goal. I'll go mental, mate. I will go absolutely mental if Watford get a last-minute goal today. I just think it would do the mentality that the world of good for the whole squad. I think, you know, to keep losing games is not great for morale or confidence. So I really hope Watford can get it. But we put ourselves on the back foot. You know, if it in another universe, if Batman didn't make that mistake, Watford could be drawing this game 1-1. You know, you never know. So I just think it's a shame. Come on, there's not long to go. Probably 5 minutes or so. Yeah, not long left to go. Lots of people tuning in as well towards the end of this game, understandably. So if you are new around here, leave a like on the stream firstly, and make sure to hit subscribe down below as well. We should have a match reaction coming out for you from a fan who is at the game today at some point soon. So keep an eye out for that in your subscription feeds. But here come Watford, hoping, you know, hopefully trying to get an equaliser here. Leeds regain possession. It's a 3v2 situation. Come on, Watford. Oh. Right, offside flag goes up for Leeds. There's 4 minutes to go. Exactly 4 minutes on the clock. I mean, this is it. I mean, literally, I would just put everyone up. Go on. Just go up the pitch. You know, Matty Pollock, play as a striker. Porteous, play as a striker. Everyone get up. And look, the first 10 minutes, quite rightly, I was really angry, actually. But to be fair to the lads, that the second half has been pretty good from our perspective. So, yeah, it's not been too bad overall in general. It's just, you know, we're just conceding silly goals. That's the frustrating thing. So Meslier has the ball for Leeds. He's wasting a bit of time at the moment, just holding on to it. I mean, the referee should book him here, really. He doesn't do so.
He said he's not a play at all costs kind of manager. He will adapt and do what he feels is best. And obviously this situation...
Come on, Watford. Oh, Watford send the ball straight out for a Leeds throw in. James Morris, the culprit there. And I don't think we're going to get this equaliser. There's less than 3 minutes to go. Technically, we could, theoretically, but I don't think we will. Come on. Yeah, 95 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock for me. Leeds making a substitution as well. I mean, the referee should add 30 seconds on for this, but probably won't. Yeah, it's frustrating. So Manuel Solomon, I think, is coming off here for Leeds. And as Charlotte says, I think Charlotte sums it up quite well. 2-1 away at the Etihad and Elland Road, both respectable scorelines. Yeah, I would agree with that. I think both of them games, yeah, I would have taken them results. He could offer them to me. 96 minutes on the clock, 8 minutes added. It's gonna take a miracle for Watford to score a goal here. Come on. So Watford have a throw-in quite deep into our own half here. He's Batman. He's got to kind of send it long here, surely. He does do so. He boots it long. Can someone win that? Porteous goes for it. Doesn't win it. Oh, for God's sake, referee. It wasn't a foul. It wasn't a foul. It was Matty Pollock who the referee said fouled the Leeds player. And I think that'll be it. I think that'll be it. The referee is just... I mean, the referee's frustrated me all game, to be honest with you. But yeah, I don't like complaining about the officials too much. But I feel like they have been a little bit biased. But there we go. I've said it now. Yeah, less than a minute to go. Leeds players are just going down feigning injury. So, yeah. Game's nearly done. Bit frustrating. The referee should add some more on though. I mean, there's been an injury. There's been 2 substitutions. So if the referee has any decency about him, he should add a minute or 2 on to the extra time played. So the game's still going on. Kayembe heads it on. Well, the ball's played in behind for Doumbia to run onto. Meslier. Oh, Meslier panics actually ever so slightly. Oh. That's actually a good play by Meslier, to be fair. Wasting some more time. Come on, you got to book him, ref. He's wasting time. Right, Ryan Andrews launched it up to somebody. I'm surprised Watford haven't committed more players forward, actually. Yeah, the referee is adding some extra time on here for the injury and substitutions. Daniel Farke is saying, where is the full-time whistle? Well, you've been wasting time, mate, so the referee's adding it on. Oh, it's just frustrating, isn't it? You know, if we just hadn't made one mistake, we could have drawn this game. And that's what's determined this game, ultimately. Yeah, Watford, you know, for a good 20 minutes now, haven't really done a lot in this game. I mean, we've been okay. But in terms of creating a big clear-cut chance, we've not done enough to win or get a point, I don't think. And that is full-time. The game's finished. It's Watford 1, Leeds United 2. Mixed feelings after that one. I think Watford, did we deserve a point? Maybe not. Yeah. I mean, my mind's going back to Daniel Batman. I've got to be honest. I hate picking on people. I really do. But naturally, you know, my mind is wandering back to that big mistake. And it's just thinking, if that didn't happen, could Watford have potentially got a point today? And I think we may well could have done if Jonathan Bond was in goal. Don't get me wrong, Batman made a couple of good saves later on in the game. But I just think he looks erratic and unnerving at the moment for the rest of the Watford players. But generally, the mistakes aside, for the 2 Leeds goals and the big one aside in Daniel Batman, I think Watford did really well, actually, in the second half. I've got to give them praise. Don't get me wrong, I'm really frustrated. I don't like losing football matches. But I'm sure you can all agree in the live chat. I can see your comments coming in now. A decent second half performance, a lovely goal from Kwadwo Bar, who for me, alongside Tom Ince, probably would be up there for my man of the match. Quality performance. He's got to start on Saturday for me, Kwadwo Bar. Lovely player, new 5-year contract, brilliant stuff. Let's move on to Blackburn. I think if Watford lose to Blackburn, I think the pressure really is on. But hopefully we won't. Hopefully at home. I think we're 11 games unbeaten at home now. Excuse me, I can feel the hiccups coming. 11 games unbeaten at home. We're back at Vicarage Road on Saturday after 2 really tough away games. Hopefully the fans can get behind the team and we pick up the 3 points on Saturday. Before we go, get your last thoughts in the live chat and we'll read through some of them for you. VJ says we can take heart from a good performance. Charlotte talking about my comment saying to throw everyone up front. She says commit too many players going forward and we risk getting caught in the break. Of course, but I'm an idiot, Charlotte, so ignore everything I say. Charlotte clearly they're frustrated at the defeat. VJ says nice one, James, great stream, thank you very much. Sam Freer, Watford won the second half. We did. We won the second half 1-0. Come on, get in. That is true. Richard, once again, everyone sing happy birthday to Richard. Happy birthday to you. Yes, Richard. Start Bond against Blackburn. I think a lot of people would agree with you. Felipe says get a new keeper in January. I wanted a new keeper in the summer to compete with Bachmann. I don't know what Watford will do, but I really don't think they will get a new keeper in January. I think that will be more of a summer problem. Austin says have to put it behind us and move on to Blackburn at the Vic. And as I said, Watford have more favourable fixtures coming up now. I'll try and get the fixture list up for you before we go, but we certainly have some easier games. Now, when I say easier, of course, every championship game has an element of difficulty. But yeah, in terms of playing Luton and then Leeds, it certainly is an easier run than that. Austin also saying we have to continue the home record. Absolutely agree with that. And let's take a look at Watford's upcoming fixtures before we go. So we've got Blackburn, Sheffield Wednesday, Swansea, Oxford and Plymouth. I mean, them 5 games, for me, I would want 3 victories potentially. I think Oxford and Plymouth is clearly games we should target. And Sheffield Wednesday away to stop that away rut is certainly something I would look at as well. So yeah, you can see, we have an easier run of fixtures coming up. I say easier in quotation marks because, as I say, no game is easy, but the opposition certainly are at a lower level. So I think there's stuff to look forward to, positives and negatives to take from today's performance. But yeah, second half, very happy. First half, not so much. And we move on to Saturday. So as I said earlier, we should have a match reaction out for you tomorrow from a fan who was at the game today, which is really exciting. And then we'll be looking ahead to Blackburn Rovers at the weekend. So once again, thank you very much for watching. Please hit subscribe down below, leave a like in the stream, and we'll catch you again for another one of these watch-alongs very, very soon. Bye-bye. Enjoy the rest of your evenings.